Hey, folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's intraday analysis video, brought to you by the creators of proprietary price, pattern, and time methodology. Learn the PPT strategies and profit for life. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. All right, guys, let's get into the analysis of this video on this Tuesday, May 7th, 2013. Markets are up across the board. Dow is above 15,000, and as long as we don't sell sharply into the close, we should see it close above 15,000 for the first time ever. We got above it on Friday, but we closed just below. It's going to try to close above today. Nasdaq's up 4 points, S&P's up 7.5, Dow's up 72. Basically, S&P and the Dow are pretty strong today, up 0.5%. However, the Nasdaq is barely positive because stocks that have run tremendously recently, like Google and Apple, are slightly on the downside. And again, you can see here on Apple. Now, I gave out the exact level in this video about where Apple was going to run into pressure. All right, we gave out the gap fill, which was right here, right? So we knew this level was where you're going to start to come into pressure, and I said it could possibly get up as high as this area. So basically, right in the midst of that area, that's where Apple was going to run into resistance, and that's exactly what we see here. Very clear, clear as a bell. Apple went right into the midst of this area and has now started to pull back. Now, it's only down $1.23 or so on the day, but the fact is it's a rally in the markets, and Apple is having trouble catching a bid. Another stock, which was a great trade on our part here at InTheMoneyStocks.com, was JPMorgan Chase. I shorted JPM last week, and on Friday it dipped tremendously, and I took profits. All right, I didn't get greedy. I took $1.85 on the downside drop on this short, and I moved out right here. All right, why did I know to move out there? Well, you have to understand that this market right now is in this Federal Reserve bull market. The Federal Reserve is the reason why the market's going up. There's no other reasoning. Even the media is starting to realize that now, and they're talking about it on CNBC nonstop. But basically, when you have the Federal Reserve propping up the market, people are just going to chase yield, which is the only place you can get it is in the market right now, and they're going to put money into stocks, pushing the markets up ridiculously. So is it a bubble? Of course. Does that really matter? No. I mean, you trade it. That's all you do. You just trade it accordingly, and you make money. So behind that, I saw some support at the 47 level, and I said, listen, we know the market's going to continue to go up short term, at least getting the Dow above 15,000, which it is today, but in the very least, take your money and run here, and look at that great decision. JPM has surged off 47, is now up $2 off that cover from Friday. So members continue to print money beautifully, and all we're going to do here is continue to trade it. When the chart setups tell us it's going to pull back, we're going to short it quickly, then we're going to move out, look for long opportunities, and you just go back and forth, left and right, and continue to do it appropriately. All right? So that was another good one. A couple other stocks on the weak side. I mentioned Google. Google again surging up. About 2 months ago, maybe even 3 months ago, I told Research Center members, which is one of the main services for swing traders and investors here at TheMoneyStocks.com, I said Google will go to $864. That was my master level, calculated out using the proprietary methodology that we calculated out too. Well, guess what it hit today? The high of the day today, 863.87, 13 cents away from that 864 level. What happens as soon as it came close? It got slammed down. It is now trading down about $5-6, actually about $7 off that high pivot. All right, and that's in a rally market, so that shows you how good the level is. All right, when you get these levels, folks, when you calculate these levels, when we show you how to calculate these levels, it's just the difference between night and day, profits and losses. I mean, it is amazing. All right, and again, it's a 7-day free trial here, so anyone can try it out. The way we've been knocking it out of the park, I think 28 winners in 2007, and I think 7 losers or something like that. Net percentage gain, if you take all the percentages of gains and losses and add them up, you get 140%. Now, obviously, no one made, I'm sure no one was putting 100% of their portfolio in each one of the stocks, but in the very least, you should be netting probably about 40-50% so far in 2013. It's a beautiful move. Absolutely stunning. All right, so that's what we have going on here. Let me just take a look at some other stocks. Financials are pretty strong today along with JPM. Clearly see that Goldman Sachs is up today. Bank of America is up 16 cents today. Nice little move on BAC. Wells Fargo's up 56 cents. Very nice move there. So the financials are strong today. And also What else is strong? Amazon's strong. That's one of the few tech stocks to be strong today. And in all fairness, Amazon's been beaten down, so it's getting a little bit of a technical bounce. I don't expect the strength to last long, and on bearish patterns, I will look to short Amazon. There's no doubt about it. All right. Some small caps are having good days today. Affimax, which is a small biotech, dead lows. And this just kind of shows you the type of market we're in. Here's a stock that basically has admitted that they're probably going out of business at some point in the future. Same thing with CLSN. And the stock today is getting some major buying. Now, it doesn't look like it's up a lot, but believe it or not, this is about a 40% gain. 40% gain on AFFY, AFFY, Affimax. And again, it's a matter of people are realizing that it's tough to buy XYZ, which is at a 52-week high, or Procter & Gamble. I mean, you could go into any stocks out there. Most stocks, large caps and mid caps, are at all-time highs or 52-week highs. What stocks are you going to find that are at their lows? Well, these crap stocks like AFI and CLSN and some of these other ones, and they're getting big pops today. So it tells you that the people, investors, aren't looking for value. They're not looking for what's making money or what has potential even. They're willing to throw their money into anything that they could make a buck in. And again, that's how you know it's a bubble. But again, when I say bubble, people think, oh, he's saying it's going to burst. No, I'm not. I'm saying eventually it's going to burst, but that could be a year from now. I mean, literally, we could go up another 2,000 points on the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Do I care? I couldn't care less. All right, just like in 2007, we were riding the market up, and when it collapsed in late 2007, 2008, into 2009, we rode it down, and we traded it. We bought on the bounces, we shorted on the drops. Same thing here. That's all there is to it. The charts tell you where to go long, where to go short, and you just make money. Great example of that would be on a stock like Chevron. I picked up a short on Chevron, right? And look at what the price action on Chevron the last 2 days has been. Down and down. 2 days down in a row, even with the market going up. So it just shows you that if the charts are correct, it doesn't matter what the market does. PPT methodology, the price pattern time factors, are so exact that you have to basically look and see, what the chart's telling you, and then just ride it that way. Make money. Very simple. Very, very simple. Other stocks in motion today, we have a nice drop on BlackBerry, or former Research in Motion. It's coming into a little daily support right here, but that's a nice down day. By the way, this eventually is going back to the 10.5 level. I've said that for a long time, and it will. It will. It's just in this market, obviously, it's hard for it to drop that much because it's such a bull market. But as soon as you see weakness in this market, BBRY is going to get crushed down to that 200 MA, and then you even have a possibility it pierces the 200 MA and comes right down into this area right here. This is the big level of support, 200, and then this area right here. All right, so that's where you're looking at it in that regard. But again, if you think about it, in this amazing market, if the stock is doing this, it tells you that it's going to eventually, when the market's not good, it's going to get crushed. It's going to get annihilated. A couple other stocks that are making some big moves today, percentage-wise, Melly, very nice move on Mercado Libre. Big pop-up. This is at all-time highs, I believe. There was a short scalp at 120 I called today that was good for about $2 in gains. But aside from that, it's just kind of a sit-on-the-sidelines type market right now. You play it early in the day. There's great scalping trades for day traders in the Intra Day Stock Chat. And then you really just look for the setups on the charts, and you play them accordingly. And that's really what you're looking to do. All right, guys, going over back to the spiders chart, let's just take a look here. Where do I think the spiders could go and top out? I do think there's going to be some resistance. I believe the level's around 164-ish, 163.50 to 164. So there actually is a resistance level in the not-too-distant future that's coming up. So we do want to pay attention to that. But again, it will be a short-term pullback. Until we get a bigger signal, I don't think it's wise to look for anything more than these short-term pullbacks. All right. I think that's all for today, folks. Again, you can see the extended move on the chart. I think the S&P is up about 13 to 14% so far in 2013. Amazing move. Markets are rolling over just a tiny bit, but again, unless we were to really break down with significant volume, I don't foresee anything. The volume today is 64 million, a little heavier than yesterday, but still super, super light. All right, guys, have a great afternoon, great evening. Come join us here at InTheMoneyStocks.com to start making crap loads of money, and again, learning how to trade the charts forever. Take care.